Hey everybody, this is Ryan over at HELIYO, and today we're going to talk about the basics on how to set up a rower for your body. So like we've said before, because it's such an important part of what we teach here at HELIYO, is that everybody's body is different, and that means adapting exercises and equipment to your unique needs. That, and also making sure that we individualize all aspects of your fitness journey. If you're watching this, then you might be new to a gym or you've never seen or worked with a rower before. New exercise equipment can be pretty daunting, and that's why we put together this quick guide on how to teach you how to set this up for your body. This is a rower, or an erg for the aficionados out there. Concept 2 is probably the most popular brand of rower and the one you're most likely going to run into out in the wild. Now, everything that we talk about today is pretty much applicable to all rowing machines, but if you have questions about a specific model, go ahead and drop a comment down below. So first, we're going to cover the parts of the rower, and then we're going to talk about how to set it up best for your body. So to begin, we're going to talk about the damper, then we're going to talk about the display arm and the monitor, and then we're going to talk about the foot straps and the stretcher. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll dive into more detail about what the damper is in another video, but for right now, the main thing that you need to understand is that when we set it up to 10, which is the highest level, it's allowing more air in, slowing the fan down faster, requiring you to put more power into each stroke to keep the fan moving. And then all of the opposite is true when we move it down to 1.
You're going to want to set the damper between 3 and 5. This will give you the best return for each stroke. You can adjust the damper based on how long the workout is going to be. 3 would be more appropriate for longer, slower workouts, and 5 for shorter, faster ones.
3 and 5 is generally the range that's going to set you up for success. It'll allow for the most consistent effort and pacing. But like everything in your fitness journey, it's all going to be dependent on you and your fitness needs. So play around with this range and see what feels best for you.
For the display, it is all about adjusting its position to make sure you're promoting good rowing form. If the display is too high or too low, you could find your neck in an incorrect position while rowing. This may seem small, but adjusting the rower for your body will set yourself up for success in the long run, or row in this case. We want the monitor to be set so that the top is at eye level when you are sitting upright on the seat. Now obviously this will depend on how tall you are. We have talked about adjusting the height of the monitor, but what about the information on the screen itself? When you're starting out, you want to have simple and straightforward information. You have other things like form and fatigue to be worrying about, so our recommendation is this screen. On this screen, you will see elapsed time, pace per 500 meters, total distance or calories, depending on what you're using, and strokes per minute. We like this screen because it will give you all of the information you will likely ever need in a simple and easy to read display.
Next up, we have the foot stretchers and straps.
You want the rough part to be under the ball of your foot so that the strap falls across your metatarsophalangeal joint, or MTP for short. That's the first knuckles of your toes or thereabouts. You can adjust the stretcher so your foot rests right where it should be. Memorize the number that fits your foot so that way you can set it quickly each time that you hop on the rower.
If the stretcher and the foot strap aren't adjusted appropriately for your foot size, it can easily limit your foot and ankle's ability to move through each stroke of the row.
If the strap is sitting too low, it can limit how much your foot flexes, which may cause excess stress on the foot. If it's sitting too high, you'll be overflexing your foot to keep your feet in the straps, or worse, your foot flies out.
Last but not least, don't be that person. So let's make sure that we clean up and put away the rower appropriately.
This means clean up your sweat from the rower, gently put the monitor back, put the handlebar up at the base. This will help keep the cord from losing its elasticity, and finally, put it back where you found it.
And there you have it. So we can set yourself up for success by 1, adjusting the monitor to be about eye level, 2, setting that stretcher appropriately for your foot size and making sure that strap crosses that first knuckle, your metatarsophalangeal joint, correct? And 3, make sure that you set that damper between that 3 and 5 range. These might seem like simple things at first, but the point is to set yourself up for success so that way you can focus on your rowing. Because the last thing that we want is for you to establish poor mechanics or poor muscle firing patterns because the strap is limiting your ankle range of motion or because you're straining your neck trying to stare up at the display. If we can do the little things very well at the very beginning, we can lay the foundation for really good movements. And that's something that we strive for every day here at HELIYO. If there are any other machines that you're new to or would like to learn more about, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Give this video a like if you liked what you learned, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click that notification bell so that way you see when we post new videos. I'll see you in the next one.